Growing in our community. Welcome to the first ever Promoted Culture News segment. Hi, I'm Crystal White, Senior Producer for 6 News NBC. Now, a major topic that we should talk about is first, supporting each other. This is a time where the Black community needs to be protected more than anyone realizes. And as a culture, it's our job to step up and support Black lives. I want to start with Dawa Hills, created by Jonathan Shaka Mahoney of Riders Against the Storm. Now, Shaka and his beautiful wife, Key, make up the band Riders Against the Storm, and they are a pillar in our community when it comes to Black everything matters. Dawa is a Swahili word for medicine, and this organization stands for Diversity, Awareness, and Wellness in Action. They provide funds that will grant small sums of money to people of color, musicians, artists, teachers, social workers, the service food industry workers, and definitely music industry workers. It's something that is desperately needed in our community, because if we don't support each other, who will? Now, Dawa just wrapped up an amazing show on August 6th featuring an all-Black lineup. It was also curated by Riders Against the Storm, and 100% of those proceeds went straight to Dawa. Now, if you didn't catch the show, please go check it out. It's on the Dawa Hills Facebook page, and donations are still being accepted. You can find a link to donate on the Facebook page, or just head to dawahills.org. Now, let's get to Black businesses. If you're looking for ways to make a positive impact in our community, you can start by supporting Black-owned businesses in your area. 11 Degrees Daiquiri, the African Market, and Nigerian restaurant, Baby Greens, and I mean there are so many more, like hundreds of Black-owned businesses in the Austin area. If you would like a link to those places, all you have to do is head over to greenbookatx.com. And don't forget about places like Victory Grill and protecting places like it on the east side of Austin. You know, that side of town that was purposely segregated by I-35? Yeah, we need to do all we can to support the remaining Black culture over on the east side. And one organization that's doing that to a T is 6 Square. 6 Square in Austin, their mission is to preserve and celebrate the cultural legacy of the African American community that once thrived in Central East Austin. And they are doing that through cultural arts, education, economic development, and historic preservation of places just like the Victory Grill. And another thing to think about right now, COVID-19. That disaster is affecting musicians, artists, and people of color all across Austin. Now, 6 Square has set up a COVID relief fund for those in need, and there is a donation drive for the Austin Freedom Communities, which you can find on GoFundMe. That's all you have to do for the Austin Freedom Communities. Just head over to GoFundMe, and for the others, all you have to do is check out 6square.org. Now, let's move along. Next up is an organization you need to get familiar with if you are a young professional. It is extremely important. The AAULYP. They are the Austin Area Urban League and the Young Professionals. Now, their mission in particular is to provide young people with resources that encourage networking and interaction with social, cultural, educational, and political institutions, and to help cultivate innovative ideas and dynamic dialogue in Austin amongst young professionals. Now, if you don't know about this or you're not a part of it in any way, make sure you check out their website and sign up to join the team. I'd also like to shout out other major companies stepping up to support Black lives and taking a stand against racism. Now, HEB is one of them. They created a $1 million fund to address racial inequalities and injustice in our communities. HEB president said in part, "Together, we stand with the Black community and communities of color in their fight against racism and intolerance, discrimination, and hate." He went on to say, HEB was founded on the unwavering belief that each and every person counts. They have also created a Be the Change Fund that you can still donate to. So just head over to HEB's website. That Be the Change Fund is right there at the top. And Target also made a $10 million commitment towards social justice and rebuilding and recovery efforts in the Black community. So shout out to HEB and Target for taking a stand. It's these times that it doesn't go unnoticed at these times at all, because things are a little rough right now all around. So let's head back to leadership in Austin though. There needs to be more. There are plenty, but you can't be afraid to stand up for change. And if you want to see that change, it takes work. What happens after the protest? After the calls for justice? What does it take to make change? We need to get together and definitely figure that out, but this culture hall right here is a start. Now let me tell you exactly what the Promoted Collective Culture Hall is. It stems from a vision founded at an up-and-coming music and media company aimed at developing brands of indie artists. Promoted Entertainment Music Group is focused on developing platforms for community empowerment and combining the arts to do so. This culture hall is a way to educate the community, unify us as a people, and provide a platform for artists to heal through partnership and organization. The Culture Hall will also focus on supporting local businesses through resource, skill sharing, and donations. Now, that sounds like something that's truly about to make the impact we've been waiting on. I want to give a huge thank you to all the sponsors also for making this happen. There were a ton of sponsors that stepped up to make this beautiful event happen. Asante with Promoted, the Area Austin Urban League, and the Young Professionals, Young Black Austin, the Barbershop, Third Coast Collective, and of course, Six Square. Now that's my time. I'm Crystal Pratt White, but before I go, don't forget to always say their names. Mac Ramos, Michael Dean, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and the many others whose voices were taken because of something as simple as their color. That's my time.